Merlin looked at her grandfather lying in the coffin, but noticed that same grandfather was sitting among the crowd. She felt a wave of panic. Then grandfather walked toward Merlin. He hoped she could pass a message to his wife. They had lived together for 26 years, but he never got to say a proper goodbye when he left. Merlin asked, how could she make grandmother believe her grandfather told her?
So I really want her to keep on having a glass of champagne every Friday night. I want her to light the fire like we always did and make our secret toast to the moon and stars. Tell her to never feel alone.
Merlin delivered the message to grandmother. Grandmother broke down in tears immediately, and grandfather, having fulfilled his wish, departed from this world. Time flew by, and Merlin reached the age of marriage. During this period, she never saw another ghost. Merlin thought she had lost this ability, but while dancing, she noticed a strange pattern on the window that night. A spirit found Merlin. He begged Merlin to help him. He wanted to go home, but didn't know where he was. He only knew he was in a valley, and that he had served in a war.
I have to go home. My wife is pregnant. She doesn't know where I am.
The next day, Merlin found all of Paul's information at the memorial. So Merlin went to the Veterans of Foreign Wars Association, looking for clues about Paul. Following the records, she successfully found Paul's home, and found Paul's son, Mike. Mike had never met his father, but he had heard of his father's deeds, so his father was a hero in his heart. The next day, Merlin brought Paul to his grave. Paul finally realized he had been dead for over 30 years, and his wife had passed away a year ago.
It can't be. My wife. She's pregnant.
She had a son 3 months after you were reported missing. He's 33 now with a wife and a baby of his own on the way.
I missed it all.
Paul hoped Merlin would tell his son the truth. When Merlin told Mike the truth, Mike thought Merlin was a fraud.
Get out of my house.
I think this was your father's, and I know that you have.
But what kind of person would do this?
Merlin thought it was over after Mike kicked her out. But the next night, Mike came to her door. The clues Merlin gave him had led him to find where his father's plane went down. Just as Mike started believing in Merlin's supernatural ability, Paul appeared.
Ask him if he's the last letter I sent to him. One of our daughters set up a picture of me facing his grave.
Father wants to know if you still have the last letter he sent to you.
Is he here?
Mike finally believed he couldn't hide his emotions. A father and son separated for over 30 years finally had their first conversation.
She never forgot about you. She told me stories about you every night. She made you alive to me, but this made me miss you more. I'll always be close by.
Mike wanted to recover his father's remains, but Paul told him to stay with his pregnant wife.
When that baby comes into his life, man, don't miss a second of it. Not 1 second. Nothing waits for you. It's one thing he's got to remember.
Not long after Paul's remains were finally found, he saw his newborn grandson. Paul knew it was time to leave.
I feel like I can go now.
What? What do you see?
My wife. She's telling me to come.